Hey dolls, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm actually going to do a seafood mukbang, like eating while I do a story time. Because listen, I get so many inquiries about people who want to wholesale with us, people who just like in general, people always ask me like business questions and like business tips, period. And people don't realize that having a business, yeah, it's fun, it looks easy, but it's really hard. And I know a lot of people always say that it's hard, but trust me guys, like I may make it look easy. Sarita and I may make it look easy. I know you guys don't really see Sarita like that because she's more behind the scenes, but Sarita is much involved in the company just as I am. So I wanted to do a story time about like a stressful business week, because I may start vlogging this stuff like in real life timing when we are going through it. So let's get started. But with this video, I don't want to like discourage anybody from starting a business, but I want to warn you of things so that it does not happen to you. That's my main goal here. With any of my business tips that I give to anybody, I want you to avoid the mistakes that Sarita and I have made, because no one taught us the ropes. We're just going as the years come, and it's going on 8 years now. So I just don't want you to make the same mistakes. I should have bought some hair clips, but yeah. I actually did a YouTube video on how to make this sauce. It's somewhat like the Be Love sauce, but it's more of the juicy crab sauce. Like if you are from Atlanta, I don't know if juicy crab is other places, but if you're from Atlanta, you know what I mean by juicy crab, because juicy crab is like so bomb. But and I'm so glad I finally got the recipe down pat to have it at the house. But yeah, so okay, so I have a lot of like business stories or things that have happened with Hair by Belle Bree, but I wanted to share this week's story with you guys, or like the last 2 weeks. So as a lot of you know that I did travel over to, oh yeah, and I got like 1 king crab, I got some shrimp, eggs, lobster, corn, and potatoes. That's what I'm eating. So listen y'all, so a lot of y'all may know that I did travel over across these to create the closure wigs, because a lot of people were just selling like frontal wigs and stuff like that, but I wanted to do closure wigs because closure wigs is something that I personally wear myself. So like with this process, I've been creating these wigs like for years, y'all. Like it took me like literally a total time, if I combine everything together, maybe about like 4 years. So you know, sorry I'm chewing and eating and talking. I'm just trying to tell y'all the story. You know, just like I may do it while I'm eating. So when I finally got the wigs down pat, everything was correct. My wig maker that makes the wigs changed the material on me. Y'all, a lot of y'all that follow us on Instagram can tell that like wigs are for sale anyway on our website, but I had some wigs that were like ready to get shipped, because our wigs are custom made. So once you order it, it's custom made. So typically it takes like 5 to 7 days for our wig maker to make it, and then it'll take us like 3 business days to ship to you. Y'all, why did I order like, I think it was like 13 wigs, right? So I'm getting the wigs. I'm getting my first batch of wigs in because they like coming separately. And I'm like, this looks, I inspect all wigs. We like check hair. Like I'm like a stickler on inspecting things. So I'm looking at this wig. I'm like, these wigs seem really small. And I ordered 1 small and 3 mediums out of this batch that was supposed to be coming. So granted, I am like a large head, but I can eye point like at this point like cap sizes and things like that. Y'all, why all the wigs was like why all 4 of these wigs was a small? Honey, I had contacted my wig maker. She was like, okay, she's going to check and see what happened. So she was like, oh, I'm very sorry, you know, blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, what about the other wigs? She's like, oh, and we're already done with the other wigs. Girl, like, you know, averagely, most people don't even wear a small wig. Like, most people have a medium-sized head. So I'm like, well, you shouldn't have sent me. I'm not paying for those because they incorrect. Like, I'm not paying for something that's not correct. So me and her going back and forth. She's very sweet. So we end up not doing it. So come to find out, like I told y'all, like I inspect everything. I'm looking at the wig. I'm like, y'all changed the material. She was like, oh, we've been changing the material in the beginning of the year. That is something that you have to contact and tell me about. Because when I tell y'all these wigs, I custom did everything down to the T, to the sizes, to everything. So if the material is different, it's going to, when you're making it and measuring it, it's not going to be the same. So I'm just like, are you kidding me? So she had to remake all the wigs. She had to find some old material because they were trying to use new material. And I'm just like, I'm a big person like on communicating, especially when it comes to like business relationship. Well, really business. I'm not really a good communicator when it comes to like my friendships. I know how to like express myself, but with business, I know how to express myself because I don't play when it comes to my customers, period. So, you know, she's getting that right. Okay, so I'm dealing with that, you know. I'm like, okay, this is kind of like, it's kind of stressful, but like, okay, we're going to get through it. We're going to deal with it. Meanwhile, y'all, I have customers that have ordered wigs from the website. They have already paid. So my first thing first is bump the wigs that I ordered so that I can sell them on Instagram. Let me get my customers' wigs correct first. So, boom, we're working on those first. I'm like, I'm not even worried about those other wigs right now because I don't want them. So, then I'm like, okay, I'm dealing with this. So then, y'all, this is the kicker. Sarita calls me on March 5th. She's like, I can always tell when it's like bad news. She's like, what you doing? I'm like, nothing. She was like, yeah, so. Excuse me, y'all, if I'm snacking some. This sauce is so good. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Anyway, she like, so I'm checking, a customer contacted me about her tracking and I shipped it. And I know I shipped it the other day, but I click on it, it's no movement going on. So Sarita decides to click on other people's tracking. Y'all, it was 19 packages that said like it was no update. So you know, like when you order something from a company and they give you the tracking number, but it tells you like the company is waiting to receive it to the post office. That's what it was saying. I didn't even have a scan on the post office that we dropped it off to. So, business tip. Well, actually, Honey put me on to this. Renee, who owns Honey Please Wigs. She put us onto this a while back to use Click and Ship because it was way more easy. We were like handwriting everything. So we always use Click and Ship. So with Click and Ship, you already can like put the customer's put the customer's like name, their address, and you print it and you pay for it online. So, okay, we do that. We've been doing that for years now. And when you already pay for like the tracking and stuff like that, you pay for it. You don't have to stand in line or anything like that. You just have to drop the packages off. So we drop them off in the bin, like it's like a big bin at the post office or whatever. So she drops them off at the post office, and like she normally do, it's 19 packages that are missing. So of course we're panicking at this point. We're calling the post office, we're calling the 1-800 number, and they're just like, well, the post office is like, well, we don't scan them here, we just send them to the distribution center and they sort them out. Our original post office that we use, excuse me, y'all, we no longer use, our offices aren't in that area anymore, so we don't drive all the way over there. And it was a smaller post office. Well, it is a smaller post office. So they do, like when we used to drop packages off, they scanned their packages before they put them on the truck to send to the distribution center. So the post office that we're currently using, they don't do that because they are a bigger post office. So they just put them in there and let the distribution post to scan them. But I'm like, it's 19 packages. So, you know, the first thing that comes to my thought is, okay, these women at the post office stole our packages. They walking around out there, everybody about to be slave. But I'm like, 19 packages, no. Okay, I see 1 or 2 was lost, you know? So, it's just like, okay, do a claim, you know, blah, blah, blah. But y'all, with the claim, it's like, yeah, we put a claim in, but it's no original scan. So by this point, it's day 2 done came around, and I'm like, you know what, Sarita, I'm not gonna have our customers wait. Let's take the loss. We will just reship out the same orders again, y'all. I don't even want to tell y'all the amount that we lost in money this week from that, but we lost money from it. And I'm the type of person who, I don't want the customers waiting, period, because like, you ordered your hair and I know you need your hair. It's my company. I'm going to take the loss. I can't tell you like, oh, it's USPS's fault and blah, blah, blah. You know, especially when it's in this case, when it doesn't have a scan. So, boom. Then Sarita calls me again. So we redo the orders. We're getting ready to, like, you know, ship off some more. She's like, hey, you having a good day? I'm just like, what? She's like, yeah, it's 6 more packages that's missing. So she's like, 6 more packages is missing or whatever. Y'all, this is my first time in like 2 weeks being able to eat. Do y'all understand that I have lost like 8 pounds from stress? Even though I need to lose it, but I haven't been eating. So that's more money. Not to mention I'm still dealing with the fact of these incorrect wigs that I'm trying to get them to remake so I can give them to these other customers. So by this point, like, we got about 35 customers that's affected. And you know, this is one of our busiest seasons. Of course, it's tax season. College kids are getting back their student checks or student, you know how you get extra little money from college. So this is like our busiest season, and I'm just like, wow, this is really kind of terrible timing. So I'm just like, you know, at this point, what can you do? Because I haven't been able to sleep, you know. And then like, we had, you know, it is some customers, well, majority of them are understanding, but of course it's some customers that like, and then that's another thing, like, these customers need to realize, like, we people too, like, come on, like, y'all, like, don't talk to me in a crazy way. We sent out like, and we also, you know, we also like put extra stuff in the bags, and then we also sent out a letter with a note. And oh my god, oh my god, this is so amazing. I'm sorry. So of course, can't blame the post office, not in this case. So people, I had about 3 or 4 people that were kind of nasty to me about this situation, and I'm just like, girl, this is not my fault at the end of the day. But please be, you know, but understand, you don't owe us anything to be understanding or anything like that. So hey, I totally understand. But I do want to warn you guys of this, who are starting a business. It's a form, if you use Click and Ship, that you can use, that you can print off and have them scan it, and it will link all of the I think it's like a 58 something, I don't know, I didn't get the exact name for it. I'll put it in the bio, in the description though below, so you can know, so you don't ever have to deal with this situation that we had to deal with. So but at this point, losing all that amount of packages, we stand in line and like, you have to scan them, which defeats the purpose of having Click and Ship as a business, because I'm supposed to be dropping it off and picking it back up, and that ain't happening, you know. So that's 2 things that happened. Number 3, I hope y'all didn't think I was finished. So with our company, we put out like a lot of content. So the wigs I had ordered was for a photo shoot. Remind you, my photographer does not stay in the same state that I stay in. He flies in. I'm booking hairstylists, I'm booking makeup artists, I'm booking models. I don't have the hair, y'all. So I'm like, at this point, I'm telling my vendor, like, you need to send me something, blah blah blah. So she sends me something, y'all. why does she ship it to Sweden and not to me? So by this point, my photographer, I'm telling all them, by this point, everybody just like, I know they're not like believing me because I'm telling them like all the stuff that's going on this week. And we had no hair for the photo shoot. Thank God I'm the wig queen, but at the same time I wear a large. I'm still the wig queen or whatever. So I had, I had a few little extra wigs and we just had to use my wig, and thank God. I was like, you know what? Cause I had a meltdown in my car and I was crying. And I was like, I'm not even gonna stress about it. I'm just gonna roll with the punches. And I'm gonna be grateful to God. And I'm gonna thank him because I know those packages are gonna come up, And the photo shoot ended up working out beautifully. I cannot wait to post that content from that photo shoot. I mean, amazing, you guys. Amazing. But I know I'm tearing this up in y'all face. As soon as I turn that camera on, it's going down. Seriously. But yeah, so I just want to give you guys like a little week, like 2 weeks, week and a half experience of what I've been going through. And don't ever give up. Like, we've been going through like trials and tribulations. It's more happiness, but when these trials and tribulations hit you, they hit you hard. Don't give up. These are just things that's like, okay, this is happening, but something big and greater is coming in the long haul. Even though this has like put like a pause now, I can't like focus on other things that I want to come out with the company right now that I'm working on, because my first thing goal is to make sure that everybody gets their packages, everybody gets their wigs, and everything is fine, and then I can pick it up from here. So it is putting me at a pause, but it's okay. It's gonna work out. So yeah, I'm actually full. Like I told you, I haven't been eating. So I'm gonna save this for later, and I hope you guys enjoyed my story time of the week of hell of business with me and Serena and Hair by Belle Bree. But yes, y'all pray for us. Pray that those packages come back, because I know somebody's gonna be like, did you even get the packages back? No, I ain't got the packages back. What's today? Today is the 13th. We dropped the packages off on the 5th and the 4th. The 13th, and they still have no skins on them. So y'all pray for us. I pray that they're gonna come back. And just pray for us. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in to this like mini seafood mukbang, even though I wasn't able to finish. And I hope you guys enjoyed that story, and I hope that encourages you guys to stand strong and to rise from the fire.